Ayden, Jess, thanks so much for jumping back on camera again. It probably feels like back in the day. You've been on camera more now than probably you have since
Definitely.
the block. Yeah, so apologies, but it worked. It worked. We're sitting here because we're sold. We're not doing another promo video, so apologies to those that will watch this. But it was hot property. It was really hot property. As an agent, since the boom of COVID, I've not seen what happened here happen in a normal marketplace where other properties around you have been sitting around for a fair while with pretty well bugger all happening. Yep. Overall, you guys from the beginning made the decision quite early, I think, to use me in the end because I was giving you a full spiel and you pretty much told me to shut up because I kept dragging on and you'd already chosen me. So
I literally already chose you, yeah. And you would keep reading, I'm like, you've got the job. I remember you went, oh, okay. And I was like, well, thank God.
Yeah, because I was talking, it was on Zoom. I've never done it on Zoom before and I was really nervous about doing it on Zoom. And What made you guys in the end make that decision? Like what drew you to me in the end?
I've got definite answers ready. What have you got?
I've got nothing.
Okay, great.
You were sitting in the background drinking beer.
That's right. That's right.
No, well, you contacted me first, like
I did.
ages ago, remember? And it just sort of sparked a relationship there, and it went on, and then we finally decided to sell. So
for me, it was your enthusiasm for the property itself, and your ability to think outside the box. You were straight on to let's call these people for marketing. Let's go down all these avenues to make it the most advertised house on the Gold Coast at the time. Yeah, that was one of the major things for me. We had other agents through. One of them never called us back. One of them gave us wasn't great with his pricing, and we didn't think. You just seem
to
talk
about that.
Fit. Yeah. You just seem to fit all the criteria.
Yeah, it's funny when we talk about the advertising because I think on Zoom I was like, we're going to contact 9 News, we're going to get you on Courier Mail, we're going to go nuts, and you were like, it's been a while. We're probably Z grade, like nothing's going to happen. And then I think it was a couple of days later, I was like, so I booked in 9 News, you booked in for Courier Mail, we're on, and you were like, oh. Okay, here we go.
And that's what is hilarious, is that loads of this advertising came after we had a contract.
Yeah, and there's still, it's ongoing. It's still going. You're all over the press at the moment, but which is great. Yeah. For those that will be watching, the end sale price was 1.9 million. I think at the time we were going to list it at 1.55 to 1.65. We all agreed that's got to be where it sits because nothing was selling at the time. Yeah. And last minute, things started to move around us and the photos just looked insane. And we said, you know what, let's just go offers over 1.6 and just see if we can get in the 1.7s, maybe into the 1.8 would be amazing. Yeah. And I think the first offer came before we had an open home. Then we had like 5 offers in a row at 1.65. Yeah. And then 5 minutes after the open home, 1.85. And I remember the message, but we were just like gobsmacked. What just happened? Yeah.
I think it was 45 minutes after the first open home, we had 6 offers or something from different people.
And it did the job. And it wasn't the easiest place to value. There's nothing like it, probably on the Gold Coast to be fair, brand new Queensland. I mean, how do you find that?
So, like out of the 3, we've got one real estate agent telling us 1.2, another one telling us 2.2, and then, you came in about 1.6 and we were happy with 1.6 and the market sort of had dropped a little bit, but that little bit of a flurry that sort of just happened.
Probably the even bigger difference was the process. I mean, we were on the market Sunday nights and we were signed a contract on Thursday, I think.
Might have even been Wednesday.
Wednesday or Thursday?
No, it was Thursday after the open home.
That's right, Thursday, because we did a second open home on that morning. We had 12 groups on a Thursday morning at 9 a.m, which was, that's never happened before, so that was pretty cool. We had a discussion about auction over Zoom. And I think we all agreed that, it would work, but I don't think it would have done the job. And you guys were in the spotlight with auctions, being on the block, and you guys weren't too keen on it anyway.
We don't like going to auctions. So
as a buyer.
So if we don't like it, why would we?
People get caught up in the moment, which is great if you're selling and you've got a lot of interest. Yeah. But if you've only got a couple of parties, an auction is not going to work out.
We had 10 buyers out of the 28 offers, right? And 3 of them were unconditional and could have bid at auction. 3 of the 10. And there was $82,000 difference between cash and finance. Obviously, we introduced a new platform to you guys, but how did you feel using the online offering platform versus the auction?
I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just so transparent, and there was no running around, phone calls, well, this is happening. And also with that level of interest, it would have been crazy to have been writing things down on paper and, getting signatures, and it would have been insane.
Yeah.
I would like to buy that way.
Yeah.
Because there's no mucking around, and that is what it is, and you can put your offer on. It's either get taken or not, and you can either leave or do what you want to do. It's really transparent.
Which
it's up
is
to you.
great, because we know ourselves buying places. You put an offer and you wait for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, sorry, you missed out.
Oh, you missed out.
Yeah. And it's funny when you have 28 offers, right? And all the buyers were thankful at the end when you told them that they lost, instead of abusing me because I didn't give them an opportunity, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it just happened to work perfectly for you guys in the end.
Because they're given ample opportunity. There's notifications saying this, you're coming to the end, make sure you've put your best offer forward, I think it's a great process.
How did you find, I probably over-communicated, but how did you feel throughout with the phone calls, with the WhatsApp, all the communication side of things?
There would be nothing worse than giving it's a big deal to hand over the sale of your home to someone else. You can't control it in any way. You're trusting a real estate agent to do it for you. So communication is absolutely paramount. You were giving us updates before open homes and which is fantastic. I think that I would mention the presentation of the home and the staging. It has really been, it's a huge thing. I don't think anyone should be selling without staging.
Especially if it's empty.
Especially if it's empty.
You got to bring the emotions to life. People need to feel like they're home when they walk in. This house is beautiful, but when it was empty, did not look anywhere near as good as what it does this.
It was cavernous, it's empty.
Yeah.
And something that I would recommend to anyone that was selling a property, and you do obviously, is to really presentation is key.
So I 100% agree with that. But we'll probably wrap it up there. I think that was great. Thank you for jumping back on camera again. Now you can stop, right? Now you can relax. Hopefully you don't sell another house for a while and you don't have to jump back on, unless you end up on the block again, who knows?
No.
But I'll be on the block next year. But thank you again. Congratulations.
Well, we should end by saying thank you. You've done such an amazing job. Thank you to you and your
thank
team.
You very much,
we're
team. Unbelievable.
Appreciate it.
5 stars.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much.
Is there still at 6 now?
Okay.
Yeah.
6
We'll
stars.
find the 6.
10.
Yeah.
You can have 10.
We'll make it work. Thanks very much, guys. We'll talk soon. Cheers.